Can you see me? The light's funny in the car. I just got out of a hot yoga class, you can probably tell by my flushed face, at the Keene Yoga Center, taught by Caitlin Croteau. I think I'm saying her name right, but she was a great instructor. It was a packed class. It's not a very big room because I get it so hot you wouldn't want to have to heat a huge room. And there were maybe 6 inches between me and the person on my right. And then I was next to Caitlin, and so she was moving around, so there was a little more space there. But I've never been in a class that close. And I was right up front, so I was right in front of the mirror. And the woman on my right was very experienced and had this sort of serene, stern expression. You know, she was very internally focused. And I was definitely the biggest body there. I mean, there were some dudes, but they were pretty fit. And that's usually the case when I go to a yoga class, or the few that I've gone to here at the Keene Yoga Center. There's not a lot of larger bodies joining in. And it's a little challenging, but not really, because I don't have very much to lose by being a large body in a yoga class. And sometimes when I start to feel a little self-conscious, I think, wow, I'm doing a mitzvah for the other skinny ladies who probably are filled with insecurities. They can look at me and be like, hey, at least I don't look like her. So, you know, but then I think, well, that's not very kind to any of us. But there's a yogi whose name I don't remember. She's on Instagram, and she's a large woman. She's awesome. She's badass. And I thought about her a lot as I was moving through the poses as best I could. There are some poses I just don't like the side angle twist, where your one leg is back and one leg is forward and bent, and you're twisting to the side with your elbow and you're just on the other side of your knee. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. So I just didn't do it. And I didn't feel bad. And hot yoga does make you feel like you've been wrung out. That's a good feeling. Yesterday at the New Year challenge at Body and Soul, it's kind of like an affinity group of people who are working toward food and fitness, health, or want to maintain habits. We talk for a while and then work out together. We did a workout that was squat jumps. Four of them made up a unit of one, and you did 12 units, and then squats and weight raises, and 4 of those made up a unit of one, and we did 12 units. And then I can't remember what else. There were push-ups, and then moving weights around, and then sun dogs, and then sit-ups, and I think I'm even forgetting one. And I didn't really get to do 12 of most but the sit-ups. The sit-ups were easy, but everything else was really hard. And the women around me, some of them were just so fierce. And some who were struggling were so dedicated. Fierceness, 2 expressions of fierceness. Me, I was like, I got to 6. Which I know, Sarah, that's not like the mindset of a champion. But I also didn't feel too bad about it. I got my heart rate up. I jumped. I worked. I'll do better next time. Or I won't. Maybe I'm a person who does 6 reps when you're supposed to do 12. I almost like that. Just a little bit. Although it would also be awesome to be like 12 reps, whatever, you know. It'd be like 12 reps, I'm going to do them. Even if they hurt, even if I'm the last one. I've been reading Brene Brown's Daring Greatly and doing one of her online courses. The name I can't remember. But it costs a fair bit of money, and so I'm actually doing it, which is not usually the case with online courses and me, if they're free. But Daring Greatly is a really important book for us, for our time. I think it should be required reading for anyone who is the slightest bit open to being more wholehearted, or living with, not living with less shame, because that's an emotion, we all feel it, but with being less ruled by shame. It's a powerful book if you're raising a boy, and you want to help him be a good man and a strong man, and not oppressed by the expectations that men have to live with. And I know women have a lot too, of course. I know that. I live with that. But my heart hurts for what my husband and my father and my brothers had to cope with. They get a pretty raw deal. Not that women get a better deal, just a different deal. So please read that, Daring Greatly. Please read it. It confirms a lot of things that most of you probably already know by experience or education or just instinct. But it's very powerful to see it all gathered in one place and told by such a compassionate and funny person. My dad is in Florida right now, and he doesn't sleep well. Insomniacs out there, chronic ones, you know what a burden that is. So if you could think of my dad, his name is Carl, if you could think of him for a minute, and whatever is happening in his brain chemistry, or in his poetic body, or in his past lives, or in his gastrointestinal system, who knows what, that keeps him from being able to fall back asleep. Let's just fix it. Yeah? Let's just fix that today. These moments talking to you in this disembodied way are some of my favorite. This is a pleasure. I invite you to try it. There's so little to lose, and it's so much fun to be had. And take a class from Caitlin. She's teaching again. She's fun.